The wisdom of Solomon versus the forces of darkness. The gift of divine wisdom. King Solomon, son of David, was granted unparalleled wisdom by God. He ruled a kingdom of great wealth and influence, but was known not for his riches, but for his ability to judge fairly and guide his. His wisdom extended beyond human matters. He understood the mysteries of creation, could command both earthly and spiritual beings, and was aware of the hidden forces that sought to deceive and corrupt. But with great power came great challenges. In his time, secret societies, sorcerers, and dark entities sought to manipulate the world through fear and deception. These forces coveted Solomon's knowledge, for they knew that whoever controlled divine wisdom could control the fate of nations. The rise of dark alliances. In the shadows, occult practitioners, witches, warlocks, and those aligned with demonic forces plotted to overthrow Solomon's reign. These groups practiced forbidden magic, using spells to influence rulers and enslave the minds of the masses. They formed secret alliances and gathered at hidden locations, believing they could challenge Solomon's authority. Their leader was a powerful sorcerer named Asmodeus, a demonic prince who sought control over the spiritual realm. Asmodeus envied Solomon's ability to command both angels and jinn. He whispered lies to rulers across the region, urging them to rebel against Solomon's wisdom and guidance. The test of Solomon's wisdom. One night, Solomon received a vision from God. The forces of darkness are rising. They will test your wisdom not through strength, but through deception. Guard your heart, for even you are vulnerable to pride and delusion. The first challenge came in the form of false alliances. Kings and queens who once sought Solomon's counsel began to distance themselves. Advisors in his court, bribed and influenced by dark forces, spread rumors of Solomon's corruption and weakness. Despite this, Solomon remained calm, using his divine insight to separate truth from falsehood. He was confronted by powerful occult figures who claimed they could offer him greater power than even God had given him. Solomon, in his wisdom, recognized their deception. True power is not taken, it is given by the Creator. You offer nothing but illusions. The dark forces recoiled, but they were not finished. The Temple of Solomon and the Seal. Solomon was guided to construct a magnificent temple, a place not just for worship, but a spiritual fortress to protect his kingdom from the forces of darkness. The temple was imbued with divine symbols, including the Seal of Solomon, a powerful sigil capable of binding both angels and demons. With the seal, Solomon summoned and subdued many rebellious jinn who had caused chaos in the land. These entities, though powerful, were forced to serve the light under Solomon's command. However, Solomon warned his people, "Do not seek to control these forces for selfish gain. Only through faith and humility can true balance be maintained." The betrayal of the heart. Despite his wisdom, Solomon was still human. In his later years, he faced his greatest test, temptation through love and pride. He married many women from different kingdoms, some of whom practiced dark arts. Through these unions, dark influences crept into his court. Temples to false gods were erected, and Solomon's heart began to waver. Asmodeus saw his chance. Disguising himself as one of Solomon's advisors, he infiltrated the palace and sought to turn Solomon fully away from God. The kingdom faced internal strife as spiritual corruption spread among the people. He married many women from different kingdoms, some of whom practiced dark arts. Through these unions, dark influences crept into his court. The fall and repentance. Realizing the extent of the corruption, Solomon fell to his knees in prayer, pleading for divine forgiveness. He fasted, purified his heart, and tore down the false temples. He renewed his covenant with God and restored order to his kingdom. God, seeing Solomon's repentance, restored his wisdom and favor. Asmodeus and the dark forces were cast out of the kingdom, their influence broken. The people, once blinded by deception, returned to the path of truth. Solomon's legacy. The story of Solomon became a powerful lesson for future generations. His life demonstrated that wisdom without humility is vulnerable to corruption. It also warned of the dangers posed by dark forces that thrive on pride, fear, and illusion. Today, Solomon's struggles are echoed in the modern world. Spiritual warriors, truth seekers, and leaders are constantly tested by the forces of deception. Secret societies and manipulative figures still attempt to control the masses through lies and spiritua. Yet, Solomon's legacy reminds us, the greatest defense against darkness is faith, truth, and humility.